Good day, everyone. Our topic today is Instrument for Data Collection, Video 2. My name is Nkechi Patricia Mere Somono, Professor of Educational Evaluation, Research and Statistics, Nanda Azikiwe University. Our topic today is Instruments for Data Collection, Video number 2 of this topic. Our learning outcomes. At the end of the lecture, the students should be able to conceptualize the instruments for data collection, define interview, and describe types of interview, discuss the guidelines for conducting interview, state advantages and disadvantages of interview, define observational technique, and describe types of observation, state the guideline for effective observation, describe checklists, describe rating scale, list different tests for data collection, select appropriate instrument for data collection. What are instruments for data collection? Instruments for data collection are tools for data gathering. They are devices for data collection. Sometimes we can look at it as methods or techniques for capturing data. Instruments to be discussed in this video include interview, observational schedule or guide, documents, records, checklists, rating scale, and tests. What is an interview? It is a face-to-face or visual interaction between the respondent and the interviewer in which questions are posed and the respondents answered questions orally. Answers are presented verbally. It is a face-to-face or visual interaction between the respondent, as we have said, and the interviewer. In this case, unlike questionnaire, where the replies are given in written form, but for interview, it is orally. We have types of interview. They are structured interview and unstructured. When is an interview said to be structured? The questions are predetermined. When is it unstructured? When questions are not predetermined, initial probing question is asked. Next question depends on the responses to the previous question. How do we conduct interview? That is, guidelines for conducting interview. The first is that you seek and obtain an appointment with the person you want to interview. Prepare and get ready your devices for data capturing. In structured interview, prepare enough questions. During the interview, establish rapport to begin and continue till the end. You have to be polite and cautious when you want to interview. In interview as instrument of data collection has a number of advantages and also disadvantages. For advantages, it is good for children and illiterate population. There is opportunity for clarification of issues. The respondent has the freedom to respond in their own way. In terms of disadvantages, it's not practicable with large population. You want to conduct interview and your population is large, or you have a large sample size, it becomes very difficult to do. It is difficult to score or organize information collected through interview. There could be tension, the face-to-face interaction or visual interaction interactions could be tension packed for people who are involved. Then the next instrument is observational technique. Observation is watching individuals, objects, events, phenomena, or situations to obtain data. Then we have types of observation. We have participants of the observation. Here, the observer is part of the system being observed. Then we have non-participant observation. The observer is not part of the system being observed. There are a number of ways the observer can be part of system. The observer can naturally be part of system, or he or she will make himself part of the system for the sake of observation later. Guideline for effective observation. How will you make your observation effective? You have to determine the purpose of the observation, have a clear understanding of the concept of the behavior being observed, determine and prepare or provide appropriate instruments for data collection. Example, checklist or rating scale. Plan the schedule. See, in observation, you are going to watch. You have to be sure of the threat, the proper definition of what you're observing, so that you will be able to know when it occurs, or when it occurs, or when they occur, or when the situation presents itself for you to rate or check. So we have been mentioning checklists. So checklists can be part of instruments. It can also be seen as instruments. It is a list used to measure or record the presence or absence of a threat or phenomenon. Example, what are the teaching methods used by music teachers? You have lecture, demonstration, discovery, playway, experimentation, problem solving. So as you observe teachers, different teachers, you check which one they use while teaching. And this one is about music teachers. Then we have a rating scale. It measures the degree of presence or presence of a threat or phenomenon. It consists of a set of responses that will indicate the degree of presence. For instance, how regularly does one NECA attend class? You have in the option always, often, sometimes, seldom. So this is the rating scale. Which is always, it means degree of presence. It means that she attends most of the time. Then we now have our talk of tests. Tests for data collection. Some of the tests for data collection are achievement tests, diagnostic tests, proficiency tests, competency tests. These are some of the tests we use when we're collecting data in research activity. Then when do we know which instrument to use? Selecting an appropriate instrument for data collection. The nature and type of data needed for a research will determine the type of instrument for data collection. For instance, questionnaires and interviews are most appropriate for opinions, attitudes, interests, and similar issues. Affective behavior. Tests are most appropriate for data collection on cognitive behaviors. Observation is most appropriate for motor skills. So when you are measuring competency demonstration, you know that you need observation. Records, documents, they are good for facts, demography, and so on. So we have done the interview questionnaire in video 1, and we have done a number of instruments in video 2. Thank you for watching.